All right, hello. Me mwajo na what to say. Me jide say Yakubu Adom TV. Ohwe. And then Yami Adom me da san to ye bio. It's time for Showtym with Andy Dosty. Original Showtym. Original. As a mechanic no man fa ma yana nkofo adwa me kakra. But there was some medical establishing. Me wakwa about Showtym with Andy Dosty. So last week I had there. Last week, yeah, discussions be about you can copy say microphone say original stage no performing say artist original stage no performing and then here course one adwunim preparation ben kra no or yeah before ni stage work now fe original stage no so a na say one more hwe no ebi hye na bufuo anom hye na horoba and then no yeah or they control him as an artist. The American first uncle by a American performer and as a rapper friend Cardi B who just stage a perform no be a chance you be too so good no microphone ikutan or 2 year or the bone pano. Some microphone no and they Mamudi Aba auction then yes a Omoya Hwajuma. Yana ha it's a Kapako say. You welcome asem. Asem bi no matin ne na ache se me ho adwiri mi kakra. Na asem we ne mu edu kakra kopem se minti afanu ni nyina nti ama me hunu se asem no mi domu asuko. Na ene sen emre bi atwa mu na actress bi one fe ni Suzy Williams. Suzy Williams sini twani oya actress. Oba fe unfortunately okunya nkwanhia e mo hwere ne nkwa. Suzy Williams actually in Kwano. Many years later, I think Suzy Wu 2005 was a 2006 thereabout. Now we Suzy Williams me say me nuaba McBrown say McBrown pe baby amana na obekwa akoda Suzy naso. Tie no me na kakra. Well, edienti and my mane can say, and no yebeshe. Trigmatic say, and you media, and you now what one, she him, and you to a crowd Ghana, she kept him. She got him, a two fools of a party up a baby for count. And now I say, baby before for ye, then you to one dear. Emuya hakakra, moha, scam free mumba. Way now, Cossier, Ohemaa Mercy. Tahila experience boss. My friend Ohemaa Mercy and a musician friend Ohemaa Mercy one so say GHAMRO ofi born you Ghana ha. Ne nyum ye boje so GHAMRO I jijin to boa. I was o manyum to for kakra de to won mu say won nyum on boy e so mfa so nie enyum dodo aya boni streams abani enyum aya tonie ehun nyina aka no wose fi so sha access so obonyum ska wanya fi ni nyum tum 300 cedis. Ohemaa Mercy. Ohemaa Mercy. Asem no 300. Ohemaa. Wow. Okay. And then come on the door so. You be biem. You pa cho. You twa me ho na maba. Na ansa na ma me fa seda. E ma darling lemon drink. Omada Roma and I'm Gina ha. You were born comwe. Omada Roma and I'm no abidua for betnasia. You were born comwe. Now for me fast dama Steve Man clothing. But all the two me sooner. I'm saying said the Messia family one. A beye said the munina munim no. Just say Mezame down, Mezame said that church. I'm on Steve Man clothing. Last week or bomata there. This week was our bombe. I just say, me am who's my camera. But you're live on Facebook. You're live on YouTube. Facebook at Adom TV. Honey, but you say, what Simbia Bisa. And I wore Bibi episode the count comment be episode the bano. But you're not there to nonsense. No, me try me one by some bar. What me who Facebook be a shout out. Shout out. Send me bomb any shout out. We try to shout out so sa. Pesa basisia we video da ya. Okay, me mo kwa ba eba Adom TV. Ya na bese mka Adom 106.3. Unyuma doswa. Uye ni nyina. Me mo kwa ba dwumadi eye Darling Lemon alcoholic beverage. Mama Daruma. Darling Lemon alcoholic drink. Omunti ena dwumadi ye de brewo. Ye nya atena se de na ye nkomode. Steveman clothing enso abome shada hard. Ya me hwemwa I feel good. La 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 la. That's so. Which man is in your bio beshe? But you saw Pamicho. And son mama na ko. Okay. Mami ma shout out Solomon Kofi Boache. Ankra Samuel so show Cote d'Ivoire. Ankra Samuel no show Cote d'Ivoire. Freedom Kojo. Also me da say thank you. Ella Echintima. Also show Kaneshi. Ankra Samuel. Me da say Yamisha Isaac Derry. Onsuma Nane Odro men sounds Grace Jumo. Also show Asante Mampon. Onsuma Koja Sempa and so say our Adom Kumase. Inti wa be hu Facebook biano. Shout out in the head there me chow just say me for shout out ni very 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 important. Share the link no more baba no. Almost njo almost samba. We were fans in the head there say me twa. They hard. Baron Raj. Yes. Piaga Osuma hu. Yes. Okay. Still a shout out ni there wa me hu Facebook biano. Unya buy fans in the head there me chow fans. Very necessary. It's very important. Okay. And you mean kwa na me wa say don't even know na what you be ametenase a from my baby for Kojo King atenase. And then so Kojo
right.
now we
Yanko pano me bia e woko.
Steveman am my heavy pa.
Ah, Steveman.
So am my heavy a chen.
Oh, a guy. And so say my tone down.
Ah.
My tone down.
Steveman
also. Aha, me was my rocky I did see.
Too much.
Me dey atofem woko na ya pejao.
Etini say no. Me na me wo so.
Yeah, oh no, I was so.
Mama ete from bacho me se mo bia mfa phone. Obi amfa phone 0591 phone 0591 55 2125 0591 55 2125 bacho fresa number na ka chen say odanase Andy Dosty see and now I see. On the pamata de 0591 55 2125. Sa number unya fre wo de catch and say Andy Dosty say me now I see mano. Me say odana see mami. O betu kra bonyo ura Yesu ya dawa si o. Kwajo?
Right.
Me da say ada room na Steveman na twa me we.
Asidanka ya.
Steveman, achokoso ama me honya feda. Na ho ye.
Me ho ye pa.
Obi chew onya bi obehye.
Ah, ne de enso ba o.
Onya bi hye. So onya bi hye meja adwuma no. Tie. Steveman. So be send din sesa eye from Steveman to Steve.
Oh, so no say man. Or say ono so the Saliman ti I say almost similar like terms into no or say for the sake for man into no. No say Steve man or the man the papa na helps.
The Steve man opa man ma.
Oh yeah.
Sir. Steve man any problem. And you know what to do. You have a boka. Now where? Beat Menace.
Senior.
The woman now gonna know there.
Do so.
Hey, woman no ko. Oba no about or the can about to our kwa no do na there. Na yes sir.
Around.
If you are so thing, sir, all so ba so can no ko. Anyway, now where?
Now so e.
Yamiado.
Na dey we me.
Oh, Steve man na Miss Goldie man. Miss Goldie, now where?
Miss Goldie's.
Miss Goldie's. Sorry. Miss Goldie's.
Yes, boutique Santa Maria 024.
Now the Mabuso Miss Goldie's. What is 024?
6801. Miss Goldie's Santa Maria Blue Kiosk. Oko abinya me top na me dan bi a hye. Mpa boy so de. Wa mo hwa. Prince Kofi all the way in the UK on the supply me all my shoes. Papa B. Papa B.
Okay. Where?
Uncle Adom.
What
are the near fena?
Me das.
Papa no here ma papa no. Person me mboni din.
Na see na man for hu. Said the Messi opposing po. Yo. Ojo yesa se mo yan komo wo de so nim say na eja. Me start me sha say free ha. Ento kwa me bad me sha say free.
Ankero so you.
Onu kwa. Ana asu Messi.
Free one line there.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
I'm family first.
Yes, don't bring me first.
You chini nyade. I'm family first. Yeah, yeah.
Family last.
Yes, sir. Yankomo ya say na Ohemaa Mercy ene ka say o say from 2007 no sha nyuma to ase. Besi ne 300 cedis per and wa GH300. 300 oh. How say? And go for chama you on Facebook. I just say I don't think as a comment every night because of 300.
Winji.
I know you
300 cedis.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know register with GHAMRO now.
Or say since 2007.
So it could be say we are not registered with GHAMRO.
Was say since 2007.
We did 70 cedis.
What is 300? When you bill?
Oh, but Ohemaa the encounter. Ninyuma wabo and the number of his songs. They send ya dibia ninyum po say ba radio so a egusu dibia okwa ya say spinners ye bobo. And this a pointer omo jijiji eye eto edema eye Adom to 14 ka Ohemaa Mercy de enka odwen a akese sika eso ye pa but say also 300 cedis. If you have on register impo a omo jiji accumulating think that will be our register no a day bit to me at the amount na up to this time no say 300 cedis there a na kakra and a sound so yami one ya titi GHAMRO sense maybe more less according to ebi enchiche mu omode ba no omo kire senia ade no ne che ekọ na emom no Ohemaa de na dwuma awa bopa etu this time in 300 cedis there. And set and fata eye Ohemaa. Ko minimum bi mu a omunya adwuma to that level e bi omu ti bi 200 cedis. Eti Ohemaa with the albums, hit albums. And the way and nyom ye relevant in the system no pa ni 300 cedis here. I wish say empirifo komba bi chirichemu a che criteria ko a omu de ye ya e ma ye nua ba no enya sasika ketua bi sa. This is sasika no de emfata no kora emfata no David ebi upcoming bi obi a onya hate bi nanka onya no 200 bi a
emfata no go ntse ne kora kora se onya den
o say ni obey no so da ne asem no oni bibia abeye unfortunately no because the obetimi aye ba akọ ne se bi obetwe aben eye ekuo no abusa questions say edien ne den ana ma me deserve sa nti say enema on be can send to asoma then you can do some but utieti other stories on your first person bibi say aba enkofo be bra complaining and me who say and such a bia ere aba until recently na Stonebwoy ebe bomb abaso say wa jisika pa from GHAMRO and I don't know enema eboy ma san such.
Do you think say Stonebwoy e born nyum cho Ohemaa Mercy nyum o Ghana? I said, do you think? Yes.
Okay. Well, say Obano unse secular no. Omo a certain dominance. Gospel na bi a anopane about gospel and a certain sport bia but secular there at any time bia no. Omutimi bonti. Yeah.
Do you think secular popular chain gospel?
Oh yeah. On our radio there. Meaning say a gospel no. It be a Sundays. Na anopa ebi wo bi o start show na and obebo gospel and a certain particular times but secular dey it be flow at any time and most of even the shows IBM fans say purely Christian shows on TV no kakra bi but they more of yes secular accommodate obiana secular de dominate more.
Okay.
And also even the current trends with ebia almost sensationalism yes Stonebwoy more fans near the I don't know demand more from them to make me like I say bia a one day but what is causing that and I think say omutimi ehwehwemu obusom question nya bufo so ba otwe ebe ombusom say the musicians be wo ha omo say inform they don't care about what is happening with GHAMRO so free bia empanifo betimi a kirikiremu ama reasons why it is but what tia ase mumu na hu na kwan a na so ne anamo ese so to fa ho no what to afa ho enya sa de a m1
Kofi
me one question be sound
yeah
now see Stonebwoy Ojisika.
Oh, I say around Bobby be like 30,000 about 30,000 like compared to New Orleans previously no. To be can say this time ne a modu compared to like beyond
enya GHAMRO na jejema won
Capasso.
Sasikano.
Yes, from South Africa.
Oh no, but he credited
for digital.
GHAMRO.
oh okay some munti
GHAMRO or agreement with Capasso. Even Capasso crowd, they are not happy with GHAMRO because
but you see as to how they've been partial for a back end conversation.
Of course,
that is different from the awareness. So if GHAMRO contracts, for instance, me sure as a company cry a contracting me and only pakon dem be see no one knows him. What did I mention as it?
No, but they see
Stonebwoy Ajiska and 1 year Africa pass for
GHAMRO and accredit GHAMRO. You may have extra information, but I'm quoting.
No.
I'm quoting Mebo. I'm quoting Stonebwoy. No, Nasema waka. And the creditor, they are Jumakuo. GHAMRO. One more. The Capasso. No. And so if you have extra information. You can submit it.
No. Every collection society be performing rights organization, PRO, your mechanical rights organization, MRO, your neighboring rights organization, NRO. So that three way under the umbrella that covers these three, your friend collective management organization. That is what GHAMRO. Yes.
So GHAMRO is a CMO.
It's supposed to be a CMO, but they function more like a PRO, leaving all these other ones unattended to.
Right.
Now the problem is, every such company in the world, the way Omuye Jumani say, Omu used to a system called reciprocal agreement.
Right.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Say, artists are free woo country, massive airplay or meme country. I'm supposed to collect for you, and you do the same for me. So the more Chris Brown is getting played here, the more Jay-Z is getting played here, the more Beyonce is getting played here on radio, because we have heavy domination of foreign content. It should create monies for them. GHAMRO doesn't have proper reciprocal agreements. Point number one. Point number two, I disagree with you. Say, gospel or Nkrofo religious music, specifically Christian music. It's Ghanaians, yeah, very religious.
Yeah,
exactly.
No.
Relax.
Okay, bring your facts.
Public performance does not necessarily only mean airplay on radio stations. It also means public performance, churches, bars. In fact, say if maybe empowerment ministries, Omoto Ohemaa Mercy it's supposed to reflect on her royalty statement.
Right.
That doesn't mean it's not. It's not being.
Right. Airplay.
Right.
That is the question was airplay.
You can't restrict it to airplay.
No. The question
because GHAMRO predominantly by
Debbie. That's the common misconception.
That's what I'm saying, sir.
No. That's a common misconception. I'm coming.
Let me tell you, sir. On airplane,
but with the information I have from Rexomano, radio stations are network room about 10% of the radio station is
exactly. I don't know
free.
But I also blame Debbie.
No,
it's not even that. The first one, blank levy.
Yep.
Okay. Second one, a public performance and sana airplay.
Right.
Let's not get this confused at all. When him say a more task force be say who spinning machine, which year minimum.
Thank you.
Right? Maybe 700 CDs, 1,005, depending on the size. What you saying? Yeah, so these things, I will say, we need to be very careful. Now, we need to understand that we as Ghanaians, as black people, we even use more music than Abrofunum. Do you know, say, Ghana, for this year population and year landmass, how small our country is in the population, Wunim say, yeah, we're one of the most saturated airspaces for radio and TV stations. What does this mean? This means, even though we are a relatively small country, we should be generating more revenue for rights owners. What am I trying to say? Now, the most important thing, maybe a moon dream, they say every radio station, every TV station in Ghana, right, make their money primarily from advertising revenue. Nothing happens on any media station or media platform in this country where music is not used to sell it. So if there's a ban on music on every radio station, people will stop advertising because people will stop watching, people will stop listening. Now, the one thing that is standard in every radio station, every TV station in this country, a rate card, advertising rate card. So why don't we have needle time in Ghana? Why don't we log? We are in the digital era. In fact, I'm part of a system where, say, me log in on my system. I can tell you
the number of songs are.
Of course.
I think you and I were even talking, I think a year and a half ago, and I was telling you, say, as at 2021, medical, 70% of the total airplay in Ghana was in Takrady.
Wow.
Yes, and I am personally informed because I have been part of several collectives that actually reached out to GHAMRO and offered them similar systems, some for even for free. In this institution, they are not fit for purpose.
Hey.
Yes. Because if an organization like this in 2023, they can't tell you, say, Yaboko Jokinyum, and you can prove, say, maybe Happy FM, and I Hits FM, Ebo, Sunny Nyumwe, exactly 1 minute, 25 seconds. Then what are we doing? In 2020, wouldn't say CMOs, the collective management organizations like GHAMRO, wouldn't year almost started here. It started with France, 1886. 1886, oh, Sally. And I also blame stakeholders and more industry name because some of the things I've said today, a majority of them don't know these things. So how can you hold somebody accountable when they are taking you for granted? Because I don't think, say, Obi Auti panel way, say, oh, area, now say, oh, call hospital, now say, Obi catch say, oh, doctor no cry when we school. Ube manashe.
Baby.
You're serious.
Doctor, maybe me back hospital. Me back hospital. Not doctor, no, me bad boy Tyler. Not Dr. APA, Tyra, come here and I'm saying, hey, won't show me about the doctor. Yes, I'm doctor.
What is that?
Tyra.
Tyra. But you know, Bema, his name is Tyler. Yes, Tyra, I just mentioned him. What am I afraid about that?
Oh, yeah, Shanti.
Who my doctor?
Oh, yeah, Shanti.
Who my doctor witness are coming back.
Oh,
in the tea, they are talking about one tetanus.
Yeah. You know, serious.
Okay. Salim Pachobe can be na 300 CDs they say
na say na yes how na say Attorney General Aje I
withhold your license.
More license.
Yeah, cry send a petition.
Yes.
COVID time signed by 347 people. Say anyway.
I was so happy. That day was the day that I rejoiced in the Lord because akama nkofo anu mudidi giant now no also source of income so abo ama yenyina na yayepe. It's so sad. So sad say so we share even now digitally what artists are making. I'm talking about the streaming platform so let's only say bibia in order artists be didi pa. Look at the money a Stone Boy say Ninsaka. Me I know say enye GHAMRO ene eme nyaye. Other places wako nante wo abo no asema make say ye dey abra omo na ye collection society e wa na ye dey abo omo na omo dey amabra but and I'm also thinking so say it's not even collection does not even come from here from baby for now say so Shatawale so J around the same amount of money be 30k be 2 years ago no so a compliment or mo pa ni ade but for somebody like Ohemaa Mercy the pedigree any day we are mami esi abon wo albums she even the Tahila experience here every year be awoye do you know the number of people eko
yes
and yes small next automated 300 yeah next I had to say proverb na you say where you pass about you can say aha sa na GHAMRO akoye if you are not friend of the house the money no won sheda nya bi
no one for GHAMRO
you won kofa no mo ye A list artist o you won mo B that's how they share their money
but gospel there
of course it should be A list yes
straight
what you are saying then onya we ya that should tell you say I was a government to cry engu no government engu GHAMRO no said yes here the injunction atoso no for mu election ni ade nya just engu na yem funny because listen AJ Abraham oye mi ankasa metal minipa papa betna TV so a wo be explanation but at the end of the day 50% of the money that they collect no omo dey show omo ho ewo adwuma ho
yes now
yes now eti artist ni that's what they say Akosia Japan meboa Akosia Japan has brought a lot of information e wa abontia e kire say the daily to day activity and running of GHAMRO no musicians sika na majority of them are near the enti e was embra artist no ho no a no mo de hye ho no mo di tua salaries adwuma so kra na mo ye quiet o ye hu login system here the last time I spoke to honorable papa odi animu Rex Oma me penasem I spoke to you and I said why is it difficult for you to get money for artists in here? Does he know radio stations, be brain 10% of the radio station pay and it's a friend say royalties in GHAMRO. And I say, what happened today? Login system now can't say free Afghanistan. Bet say 6 years ago, and I'm telling say if it's a Sweden, say Russia, and it will coming to erect it somewhere up to now. Login system here bet me ama bibia easy enti abrochire ye wo near ye born wo a friend say a prime radio so na TV so sika wunya ye wo de ye bo community one wunya asanka login si nyina bet me aboa if say your login system na every station has been directed to it. Do you think say they can do kululu and pay whatever that they want? No, it's me I feel say Ohemaa Mercy sika na wajele there. It stems from the fact say first of all, when you're friendly to them, it's so obvious. Because if you are not friendly to them, and I say you don't talk about them, you don't give them fire, they will not give you your money. So it's about time she has to start giving them fire for fire, telling them that, hey, where is my money? Where is it? What have you collected on my behalf? I was one call to say the Kojo King here. Don't be some questions. Now, face so no. Attorney General, me pacho. License and farmer won't be. The one no, I mean I think it's time that Honorable Okrekumante should please step in this because they should step in.
When him say
they should step in because the same people now running the affairs of GHAMRO for how long? Carlos such a time. It was way better than now. It's yen for many for you. I mean I don't know. I don't mind if there will be a different board or whatever together and yet the same people because listen when they are going they bring their own people there so that the people will come and take over. It's like working in a governmental institution. When you are going you bring your grandkid and your grandkid so you go the same lineage is the one working in the same company. It's Mr. Woma Attorney General for lines and ma back beam only way new set of people more technical know-how. They can bring investors because I don't think say looking for an investor to bring in a login system is a very difficult one. It is not. Bitmen are sitting at so many times or man making arrangement to get that login system here in Ghana. But why are they preventing it? man force, manpower is preventing it. Why are they preventing it? Because money, sikadie basa, nafu nkua. Ti yemuno na yemfa bibu fufo because Ohemaa deserves better.
Okay, yo, what's my mocha? I'm a 300 cities.
Winning baby. I must say Ghana is too small a country to have more than one society, and I disagree. What is the purpose of a society? To track usage of music and pay the owners of it. Like I said, Ghana, say we share your size, your population, and the number of stations. There were more than 500 registered stations, majority of which are commercial radio stations. There are some countries that don't even have half that number. That is 3 times the size of Ghana. So if we have a lot of avenues, we use to music.
People should earn.
Yes. Secondly, GHAMRO is not even a government institution. It's a privately registered company controlled by license. Yes. It's a limited liability company. So it's a quasi-government institution. Because based on a license, Attorney General be issue. And then they're also what do you call it? Regulated by Copyright Office. Abraham AJTC, Mr. Abraham. He started working in Ghana Copyright Office in 1982.
And he's still there.
Well, he's not there. He's in GHAMRO now. But it's his partner companies. 1982.
Copyright. The guy collection Copyright Office.
No, Cosga. But they were similar. Anyway.
Abraham.
Mami, your comments be on Facebook. Ankra Samuel say, tell Sally that she looks beautiful tonight. Ankra Samuel, you're careful. Solomon Kofi Boachi say, comparing gospel music and secular music, secular dominates in all aspects. Even in our houses, we play more secular music than gospel music. Jeff Bezos, see, Madam, greet Madam, plenty talk out for me. Okay. Now you do Mercy say 300 cities in the entire career is very insulting. You shouldn't have collected it. If Ohemaa Mercy 300 cities, okay, you yati. So now review was it?
BBC Airplay on more prime stations. 30 seconds. We name Sika will be generated for one song. 30 seconds of your song. £100. £100 is ASA.
Stephen Ajari so show Adenta Rosemont Tete say or show Spinters Community 18 KFC or so Chairman Mikwe. Rosemont Tete say Andy, you look sweet, thank you. Sean Wood, you say good evening, champ. You are looking sharp tonight. With us Siaja. Nyakumaiko say good evening, Andy. I saw a show ATB Bunu East.
Yeah, Bunu East.
ATB.
Yeah.
ATB and ATB. Yeah, sure. Nyakumaiko, okay. Curtis Blow say good evening, Grace Amampon. So show so many. Clementino say also show NKZ Bunu East. Make hey.
Kwanza. NKZ.
Yeah. Nyangwanza. Nkranza.
And one a free NKZ music.
Guru.
Miguel
Jr. Shantis Friday, thank you. Still love Phoenix. Also Fatih from Barrier. Bar Raj. Also how Queen Sally herself is on the show today. Now we'll go for you.
Because I'm beautiful. They can't even afford that. Somebody who is as plain as me will be this beautiful.
I know we play that when you move.
I know usually
That's why you come on the show. My fast my darling lemon alcoholic drink.
And I say, "I'm Febima." I have a corner and I haven't.
Almost over the bar.
Third word will be so.
Over the bar, Sally nom dodo. Unquana darling, unquare. Opera dodo.
Opera bonnet.
Opera dodo.
Your bonnet.
Sunum. It is a the darling lemon alcoholic beverage. And you na ewo jaso me pacho say open the door to a 0243 485 812 0243 485 812 na fe pacho ya agye dia chile pa na wo enjoy akoyo
na wa kai Andy o ba na wa kai no
sana ere sana ere
oh dey
Yo, on the heels of Sika Kakrebia, and you to 4 in your kruma, you to need Trigmatic Abeka say, and you to a human sheenim. Sikanim. So when you're not just so ye be before frack and you to a one, Banaka Bobia Chinari. Trigmatic neka say on Bachonia Mikosiamu, on neka. Trig say, Kroma, so Benyesika, Oya was all Benyum. Come back, you. When any have you? What I was saying?
Say no, not done, and I met her make us a yanum fool. Ever say, me say, Sika de be wa ha, my artist be crying, yes, car, but just almost when you're funny. But as someone air no crew woman, and a minia trigmatic. Wababekano. The industry is so broke that our artists are dying broke. Because if you compare the number of artists that you not a few they're able to move around that massa. And you're very, very sad. Now why is it say your system no yes sir? Shatawale Air Kotna Empire FM. Akasa say none of the Ghanaian artists Etina Krumha can ever compare themselves to the likes of Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido. And for the first time, if you are in a country like Ghana and also you're a musician, let's say who say who know beer compared to these people, it will give you an idea of what we need to do as people. What are they doing? Almost structures, you know. They are two in place at juma. A face so no. En kwofo a na etina krom ho no eye esikafo ewo kro eye Nigeria no. They invest in this artist. How do they invest? These artists go to them and speak to them about music business. But in Ghana, a rich man will invite a musician, and the musician will go. Instead of taking a proposal to the man, telling him, Oga, where now we hear music, ubenya be free, musika be say sika ba music mu, because we streams are, and the likes of Burna Boy, any Wizkid, the near dear mo enjoy ya, sika mo enjoy free mo. It's out of this world. But a Ghanaian artist, now when you're the popularity kakra, will go and sit with that billionaire. Smoking cigar, shishi, alcohol, drink, papa de pour, osikeni na pour, no pour, no they are better social media. Instead of talking to them, say papa, mo osikano. And the music business, say na bem sika bemu. Should the Nigerians if one we invest here betting and say they should look for business strategists. I'll bet me a putty document, propose a well put together document, plus some bank accounts, it can reflect woman, then they take it to these people. But how much you are? Papa ni share konyaka. No, so share kakra.
No, so Sani.
What so cigar? No, so cigar.
And I'm saying Sani.
What the Nikoshia or bar? Na a beer, Papa na channel 20,000, 50,000. How can a businessman respect such a craft? They won't. They won't respect them.
Now they don't mean to come here.
Now we call him for the what artist bear not now what call businessman be what board do I catch or say as a result of this and that I discussed with the businessman, the man has been able to invest what be that?
No, but say no mean to come.
No, but if it's a dear Eddie BB a improvement artist in the life more, he will say it. But it was alcohol, it was shishi. It was a cigar that they were doing. See,
all right.
Brandy, until said these artists, ebenya adrene say, your system na ye won, and your papa. And you know, they will find their own means by going to these rich men, talking to them business-wise. And also, the little that they've been able to make from their music career, no, they shouldn't think, say, in Ghana, our music span, and as artists, if you the music span, 15 years. And to do 15 years, now, say, Joe, why investing in a dime? Why invest in so be building a buildings be or no so be my rent and they feeding a mofra and in a busiafo he will go hungry. Ain't any artist or what top biano never invest back the money when you won because on him say and check the career no ebegu. Ain't bra Andy wrapping up on I would want this artist to behave the way that the Nigerians behave because Enkofort na Chrome has power. They're just looking for a place to invest that money in. And music business is also a good business they can invest in. They should make themselves attractive. Okay. And businessmen say, they will invest in them.
No, thank you. Okay.
Well, me taking it from a different angle. Obia oye serial entrepreneur bia, obia oye successful in business bia, usually onimbe bia odin in 5 cities. Yeshe moi. Obenya homes for so. What you say? I always say you need creative industry. We don't have an industry. So I don't also blame. Oh yeah, we don't have an industry. What defines an industry is the production, the manufacturing, the distribution, supply of goods that should bring back revenue. It doesn't exist. It's a farce. Oh yes.
So we don't produce, we don't manufacture, we don't.
When we supply,
invest.
when we supply, we distribute. Do you get it back?
No, they
don't we get it back?
No.
Oh. Me, I'm yet to see somebody who needed water in the house, went to the river to fetch water with a basket. That's what is like when you invest in a creative industry in Ghana. Year of return, 2019, it brought back 1.9 billion US dollars.
That was some good money.
The next year,
very good money.
In fact, me check your deal. No. I need to be sure because, and our government is also part of it, and I blame the practitioners in the space.
But why? What's wrong with 1.9 billion dollars?
I'm coming. Tourism sector.
Statements.
2020. Now, how much was it in the year 2020? The same year.
2019, 3 point something.
2020 was 3.312 billion.
Exactly. Yes.
In the cultural sector, what moves Ghanaian culture more than music? Mention. And it can't be food. It's not fashion. Because of all the cultural industries, music lead. Then maybe to a lesser extent, maybe even film. But these areas are not lucrative because there's systems and the policies that should be put in place that would ensure, say, when you put your money in it, you are getting some back. Doesn't exist. And you know the sad thing? The artists and the practitioners in the space don't care. Because if they cared, we won't be sitting here still discussing GHAMRO. It will be me blaming the practitioners of the space, primarily out of ignorance. A lot of people are creative nyoma to come into the creative industry are people usually who abhor structure and discipline. On 9 to 5 because on him say we are late 8 o'clock, you be fire out. What you say? So we don't even have a certain level of structure and discipline in the space. Now, I am yet to see any industry that is not informed about the very things it pushes our industry, actually in creative industry in Ghana. So it makes sense, and I think one of the most ridiculous things are Mate. You hear creative people, Obobe KB, Rexoma KB, people from Musica GHAMRO that we need people to come and invest in the creative sector. I'm investing. When I know if I put my money and I used to do Uber or Trotro or oil and gas or some other supply chain business, I'll definitely get return. Yes, because we don't have structures and policy. Vague. You can't calculate. Speaking about this same royalty issues, I was telling you, the BBC has different classifications of stations. They have numerous stations, right? Most of their stations, they play about 30 seconds of your song. It generates £100 back to you. In Ghana, you rather have to lose millions, tens of millions, to get airplay.
Your music.
It doesn't make any sense. It's actually stupid. So we are hustling backwards, and we keep sitting down here. Sinyandi, maybe a question. How many international Ghanaian, like top artists have we had historically from Ghana? And dominating globally?
Quite a few.
Mention some.
Osibisa.
Good.
The Botela.
Okay.
Good.
I was just about mentioning.
Did you realize for the most part they had to leave Ghana to get that success?
Yes.
Oh, sir. I know the Nana Watiano whenever Fanako.
So that should speak
Yeah.
to how inefficient we've been. And it's not a problem of today. It's always been like that. So we are not asking the right questions. We are not willing to do the right things. Because usually, I've sat on many platforms to speak my truth because this is big, is backed by data and research. And people will tell you that, oh, we are too known, we kasado. So as a people, we never learn, we never improve our skill sets, we never accept the truth. They'll say, oh, you are hating. But it's a fact that is there, a truth. So if you don't know the truth, if you don't accept the truth, how can you progress?
You can't.
What am I saying? Say? Into me, I've yet there.
Okay.
Charlie.
Yeah. I would say to say statement now trigger making. Ni na can obi. Any BMO being so may say or baby we invest into our business, right? Because say o can seems especially be anka further explanations be count e be a weni tina e be a me nyuma be I want to believe say or can for himself. So or can for himself may be grudging it too much because the fact because there are other musicians almost on my nyuma omedi. It is said or can for himself there that would be well understood because you want them to for omuguso omo ya say oma anye bibia anka ho they will feed but ono no say wa anye bibi foforo anka ho anka ekom ebede no which is perfectly.
Mr. King, are you trying to tell me say artists etna chrome ha including our A-list artists do not have other things that they are investing in?
I would say. And the fact say we invest into another business no doesn't mean say they all no enye because we have all rich men in this country they also doing other businesses and you juma ba ko omo ye no and omo ye and until say what the no be justification say kwa ukoye other business nintina music business no enya na onyanka no krenchre because let's mention all the rich men in this country never say juma ba ko no omo ya and okoye ba ko ne kan doesn't mean say ba ko na odi kan de shase no enya no creative say systems ana enya adwuma ye royalty systems ana mboa ye artists ni nye kese
investors.
Exactly, we should pinpoint our challenges because oko any field be emu obi a one special challenges and even then say trade can same we are may enya me de because music is not like bust to say Ghana hankwa e global you know can say your artists are on my register with foreign collection societies
and he's one of them.
Exactly, every now and then
one of them.
they are getting their money. Issues with our royalty system and then obi enim said this is what we are facing. It is say you nkrofo be leaders no person omo boan ya these are the side on betimi tackle ebe boa ma artists no anyi prom so we all know it is say oka say no nti no we music no I want to believe or come for self
and for a lot of people too.
A lot of people, but and yet, the 12 things
a majority of them though.
No, yes, whether it is majority or minority, no, still people are making it. So if the other factors are checked, it will be right.
Well, Obi to me at times like I said, radio, you more yeah, when yes, but
no, listen.
Ebirum so didi.
Exactly.
No,
Obi wet me aka say wakoye radio and yenim teacher for aka say why try the so many years. Obi correct me aka say why doctor for so many years.
Me teacher adwuma no ye no de hwe enyina.
Exactly. Oba be ka say anko yi because enen no come a ye di no about music. Music business is lucrative. Never be deceived. Don't tell anybody say music, especially if you are a musician and you come and say something like
Ghana,
that. Music business and Ghana nko because digital stores now and you go on.
But digital stores they are not able to even pay money to plug themselves in.
Digital stores now and you go on. It is not Ghanaian. Enye Ghana for the ya. Eti e da ho no a global. Eti in as much as our systems are weak, ebetimi aboama animotofo akese no, still people are making money. We have artists that every month they are making money from their streams. Some of them are getting $10,000, some of them $20,000.
When people are making millions.
Why do you compare? Obi 5,000. It is an improvement. Ogusu Kwanenim say, you check the other side now. I'm pinpoint now. So if there is challenges, doesn't mean say business nankasa no get the enye. So when we speak like this, no also tia bontin na oba no. Say etimi ton ye yare na, ano betimi abeboa. Okay, collection nye bia we say nye etimi ba, let me invest in that aspect. But if we say it like trasa say enyum to adwuma no, say wa anye nyum a wa anye bibia nka ho a enke kombede no a, I would not agree with him because there are other business moguls, billionaires omo ye other job account, your bankers omo ye other business, your lawyers omo ye other businesses. It doesn't mean that the law work enye, and that's a banking business enye, but everybody want to improve. People want to multiply. So you can be a musician and do other things to it. Knowing all your challenges in your environment now, we operate in every environment to be our the challenges. And this is ours that we are facing. It doesn't mean say we have to stop doing music because of the challenges that are facing. We need to put the facts out right. Okay. Now, can enquire say a general and that's obia na de ne yeden some are doing okay, so they will be better. Some are doing good, they can be better. Those who are better can be the best. It is a compare so the anya obia no matter how rich you are, somebody is richer than you. Okay. Could you say
yeah. I still disagree because no, T. I support what he's saying, but and yes, simple, sir. What he say? I think, in as much as me, I always say the music business is global. In Ghana, we have lots of challenges. Spotify say, the amount of Uber generated per stream outside of Ghana is different from a Ghanaian who streaming music from Spotify. One of the reasons is because your BBI friend of pro rata rate. Okay? It came from the analog days. Ghana never had one. What you say? Another reason is also advertising revenue. Territorial advertising revenue in Ghana. Into a more formula mu use to determine say, okay, say Andy, I enyum. Now say there are two Spotify now Apple Music. Now say Obi streaming Andy music from Ghana. Say na it will say a generate. You understand? The reason I keep stressing on policy and systems, and they say, when it be digitization is supposed to empower or streamline existing systems. Say when your systems are properly structured, not say digitization it further disenfranchises those it is supposed to empower. And only problem no. Say what America say, now say Spotify, who will generate $1,000 on Spotify alone. You need more than 300,000 streams. Go and see the streams our artists are doing online. So when people keep saying, say, digital is generating money for a lot of these artists, it's a lie. Yes, you have to cross a certain threshold.
No, bro. That can never be a lie.
No.
The first I expect to say, Obe generating more, no. Doesn't mean say in generating BB.
He's an expert
But the question is this.
He's an expert.
We also see back end of artists. Not about experts.
I use only one streaming service.
We also work with artists. We see their back end. We see good money there. So what are you talking about? We are having a conversation.
So who 5,000? That's a who between this. We need the 1,000. No say ebi onye ne niam bi it could be say artist now no what crosses our threshold no the niam bi kwa and dey na no so
Tio Andy maybe I say man person ka won share na. My answer is mostly pushed towards I will say you need break to ensure say policy ebe share.
No. Any push policy. However,
I'm coming. Andy, I'm
the topic on board.
It's still the topic.
No. Free topic no. And say, what say? Sikabiama.
No, but Andy, the story. No, have you read it into? Well, read the Parker. And I say you just summarize
it. Andy.
And I'm saying, "Oh, men free answer. No, they can't want it." And then I was out because we read the answer. They make can say, "Men free oh, they making. Oh, they read the story." Let's forget about the story. Sally, so is this scanning system you Anna, yes, saying no cray. Yes, sir. Mr. Ready, the abuse. The debut, I mean, ready.
What's this kind of day?
Andy.
Good.
They are not making money.
Andy.
I want to agree. I make say digitization ni one ni na ewa. Baby anko money jina ne say security system you must say ono de when yes ka kwadwo say who can it so generalizing one.
Enye artists are making money.
So ono so ba.
Even
ana who kofi so say when you was patcho tie to let me
I didn't finish my submission.
No, so I can we cry me dey na me can na obema eyi.
Kofi patcho earlier we support it. But
there are aspects of it I don't support. For instance, when him said some of the streaming services are aggregated, crowdfund no issue for digital distribution. Many of them right now pay through PayPal. PayPal cry enye juma Ghana. And some of them have their stuff stopped. So almost year numbers, but they're not getting returns. So some of these things, if government doesn't put foot down to ensure that policy works, the money won't come. They are generating money, the money is not coming. Are you making money?
Kofi,
yes.
In my submission, I told you, we have challenges. We have challenges. They are okay, no. Say obi streaming ABA at 20,000 or Spotify or USA. Na Ghana ni spin be 100,000. Ne dey any mood in Ghana Indian because these people almost share also area no the kind of advertisement near there. We understand, but what we are saying is say in as much as say more no do man still they are making it. We also work with artists. They open their back end to us and we see money.
Listen,
so when you come and say yeah, we can say for a fact. It can be in the case of Trig,
Andy,
but not for everybody.
Trig, he has every right.
I'm reading comments now.
Yeah.
Listen, Trig has every right to say what he did.
For himself.
Why?
He's been doing it for a minute. He's diversified in different aspects of the industry.
Exactly.
Secondly, he's also another very active member of Ghana Music Alliance.
Okay.
He has used his money with the support of friends. In fact, a year ago, a music business workshop in Crawford from even the Barbados High Commissioner was.
Phil.
You understand? Phil was there. Honorable Phil was there. We had experts from Universal, Sony, Warner in attendance. What did you say? This year, year was Zambia. So when you see and you are privy to the information, I'll give you a classic example. Ghana copyright arts and industry bill I'm pass 2020. Enye juma still because airline no will but fan trade industry stakeholders for us to debate or make changes for it to go to parliament to be passed. That alone just tells you how unimportant the creative sector is Oh yes, I think so.
Important.
Oh yes, it isn't. When they are pushing this, no.
That's a statement.
No, when they are pushing all these other deals, it isn't as important to them. And your priority more. So now the Ghana Copyright Act, 2005, that's who you see with the various amendments. You know, when him say me a composer, say, now say me show you more. There's a reason I'm saying systems, so because it all ties back to the money you're making back. Ghana Copyright Act, right? Your BBA, moral rights and economic rights in the intellectual property law of Ghana. Wunim say the contingency that is recognized globally, especially in this digital world, that says there are two types of rights of music. the composition and the sound recording, okay, which affects your publishing if you wrote the song. In Ghana, if you are going strictly by our laws, it means you cannot lay claim to your publishing. And that the exchange for that, or the recognition, is they would credit you, say, oh, Andy Necho Nyumwe. But technically, you don't have strict laws and legislations that ensure that you make money from your composition. And it's ridiculous in 2023. So sometimes when I get triggered when I hear some of these conversations and people make some of these points, because I was saying, yes, shishe mra. Okay, we are living in the dark ages in 2023. So sometimes I don't blame people who don't willingly want to invest, because perhaps they know it's more lucrative to invest elsewhere. I'm not saying you can't make money in Ghana, but the chances are stacked against you making money in Ghana. That is fact. It is not debatable. No, my last point, I'm coming. To prove this, from time immemorial, we've seen big entities that came to do massive $1 million investments in Ghana. Where are they now?
Where are they?
So you've realized that because of a lack of accountability, a lack of structures, you see that a lot of people who make funny money and want to wash the money look to the creative sector first. You understand? So for every 5 million, somebody saying, yeah, maybe 5 million way, ever signing artist way, he's probably hiding 100 million.
Yes.
We need to start looking at these things, because the more we let these things happen, we are actually going further away from ensuring that the right things be done, so that people who want to come in to do it for the right reasons can actually get a field day in doing lucrative business. Let's get that straight.
Andy, Kojo King, and Mickey, you say, artists, some of them are making money. But, say, 10% of Ghana's artistry population making money, and just say are successful. Interest, because all these people that we are all looking at, the Shatawalis, Stoneboy, Samini, Sarkodie. Technically,
they are artists you don't know.
Hold on.
But they are making money online.
Let me talk, please. Kim Promise, Blacko. What are the top people?
More.
I'm talking about these boys. What you know, see digital platform, no? By my association with beat menas Kakrenti.
But the names you mentioned are affiliated with majors.
Exactly.
So it's not the Ghana machinery working.
My affiliation with this man for
what about the ones?
No, hold on, Andy. My affiliation.
What about the ones who are not associated with major labels yet?
Yet what?
Omunya kakra.
Mention some of the names. Mention some of the names. No, me person will mention names. So not checky data.
Beat. Can I add the soda to kill it all? Me and Beatmeners, we've been trying to sell even the people that we say they are on top, sell some plugins to them. The amount of money that we quote, they can't afford it. And you are saying what? Do you understand? The same plugins that the Davidos, the Burna Boys, the Wizkids are doing and making millions out of it. When we present it to them, right, and then they see the thousands of dollars, they run away. Those people that you claim are rich, they are comfortable, because the system is such that they realize our more lifespan with music, and check. Ghana will call them legends, and they will go. So as a result of that, so when you're Sikana, he's thinking of investing it in something, Ebema or Bofra, and in the generation, they will not go hungry until you see more of these artists doing what? Going into real estate, doing into other idea or real estate me say because when you say Sikana friend say
or Airbnb
no what I'm trying to let you know say our ability to invest back into the music that they make now they don't do it again. They rather find one tell Chrome Hana Celestine Donko eternal radio so car say so benya $30,000 said they could shoot music video then I'm going to be right. A whole musician said that because they realize say music does not pay in Ghana. Your system is so whack and warp that it doesn't pay. It is a okofa when you kakra boni show so near didn't be on $100,000. He would definitely not invest the $100,000 back. Whereas encophobia or other countries there, when they get the 100,000 back, they will reinvest. No one said they will get $1 million. But the Hano, yeah, the says something about say they don't care. It's true they don't care. Oh. All that they care about and they say when you be at $200,000, $500,000, or percent on fanya properties be near there, say music and go ye money be more. He will go in and chop from there. It is not for say bia me ya na me nyeska bia na me be a record label. Na me to me afa other artists at home. Everybody is thinking about themselves selfishly. That's why your industry in enkoso. Enti bra, asema Kojokin etel can say 10% of our musicians are successful. It does not make the industry a success.
Okay, if 10% out of a fraction is making money, it doesn't also mean say we are not making money. It is a casa. So casa do nya. And we all
majority
agree,
is.
No, we all agree.
Majority is what carries the vote. It's not 10%.
I would say we have a systematic problem. It is all can. You was sending a can.
When people are making millions, you get 500,000. You are happy.
Even young friend to a jumo bia ya okrum hanum. Na ko amano ne ko yesa adwuma kro na oye okrum hanum no. Na hwe say obeji sika na woje wa hanum ona. You will probably get more
because system of charges work.
So this is a systematic problem. Nigeria for how they over to are they making the money in Nigeria? Are systems good in Nigeria? Because these guys are affiliated to a foreign. But
last time when I was speaking to you, say every single artist or and you will be the person for foreign. Well, you know the one who said that.
Yes, I said it.
So why are you talking about foreign? If they are not making money, why are you talking about foreign?
They are making more money in Nigeria than Ghana.
I'm telling you, in Ghana.
So the Nigerians in Nigeria are making more money in Nigeria than
whatever.
It's not just about population, please.
People are willing to invest in that.
What am I say? Niamo can say we are not getting our due. Perfect. Obiati say because of the systems. And it doesn't mean say nothing at all is coming. That's why I said earlier, say you check it the other sides now. It will be better for everybody. It is okay say streams they are not making anything from it. When we also have worked with artists, they are back end. All other things be equal. Times 5 or times 6 or if senka system it doesn't mean say nothing is coming. So when we are speaking now, we should speak all these things in addition to because yes, now you're one side they say even the streams now can. What about artists almost signing deals? A be take performances. They are almost shows every now and then.
Because it looks like streams. Conversation in and every agent streams in Kwa.
Every other streams.
It depends on how you price yourself.
It still depends on
your industry, Muna. Because of that systematic breaking, but be artists in Yesika pa more performances. It is all your that artists are. Utiminya nyoma bia ewo ha utimi bo performances e ho na first go to and sana bia we no dey abe support. So in as much as say you all these flaws and the shortcoming in our industry, no, there are other ways ubetimi so dey the enye sika free ho. So we can push people there and tell them so okay, our industry is not better enye nyama nye adwuma but oba aha yetimi de enye sika it is kana wo de kakra na wo de ba no we no available e betimi there
but they are not willing to even invest in that
exactly because say they
put it and
because of Nana say artist be ka say we ya nyuma e comedy na why no fan sika ma mention
okay
Andy Pacho no
because of what
no important I will say
now my boss.
The population argument doesn't hold. Yes. Why? Pacho, TME. In the analog days, even before digital, one type of music influenced every type of music worldwide. Contemporary or urban music, including hip hop. We need Enyunkro.
Was it one type of music?
One genre of music. Influenced the global landscape of every contemporary or urban. It's reggae.
Yes.
The whole Jamaica is slightly bigger than Accra. So Pacho.
population as them
so they tap into other markets.
No. The population argument is a defeatist mentality. Remember, even when we're talking about royalties, no? I said people say Ghana is a small country. I said we have one of the most oversaturated media spaces. Yes. It should count for something. So, Mpacho, let's think critically. I agree with the fact that you brought live performances. But in reality, how many Ghanaian promoters? I don't know of a single Ghanaian promoter who is licensed by ACA or Live Nation.
Thank you very much.
What do you say? The artists that I've been privileged to work with are the most booked artists from Ghana globally. I understand that business.
When I talk about,
I'm coming. The reason I'm saying...
I clarify it.
No, I'm
when you
coming.
talk about performance, what I mean is,
how many of them command lots of money?
What is how many of them? People
wasn't that one of the main reasons?
10%.
Even if it's 1%, people are making it. And on the air
Okay.
The most billed artists globally, from Ghana. Pat Thomas and Kwashibu area band, they no longer tour. Ebo Taylor is about to go for another tour. San Trophy.
Yep, your band.
Your friends say Fra, Wiala.
Ayisoba. Okay. But my mom a question.
Kwame,
they are making money.
No, but question.
Not here.
How much? San Trophy toured over 40 venues.
Yes.
In Europe last year. Maybe say how much about from all the tour now? Omunyaya, can you give me that?
I can give you an estimated thing. I can give you an estimated. I'm privy to. I can give you.
No,
let's leave it. $25,000 per show, calculated by 78 shows.
Okay, so
that's minimum.
Emmanuel, the basis, it was my guy. He was sending me things and all of that. I had a lengthy conversation with him. Checheku is also one good guy touring out there.
But Checheku is not based in Ghana anymore.
I'm coming. And I asked them the dynamics of shows normal born. He said, now what kind of try say 25,000 per show? No, it's not like that. There are certain. I'm coming.
You mentioned a specific
You
mentioned a specific band.
There are some of the platforms. They mount it. In fact, they will even foot their own ticket and all of that to go and play for marketing purposes. I'm coming.
No, those are called showcases.
I'm coming. And I want me almost 3 tickets. Almost tickets.
No. See, usually in the lifespan. No, Pacho, let me clarify this. The normal timeline of any artist on the come up in the touring arena, you have to play what they call music showcases. Bands play it, individual artists play it. Okay? Now, I find it problematic when people say regular Ghanaian artists are making money off touring when 2 of our biggest names couldn't sell. They could barely sell 600 tickets in a 1,200-seater venue, 1,200-seater venue. That is a problem. No. I'm not shifting. No. I'm trying to clarify their differences.
No, the conversation you have, they're 2 separate
it's very important.
Stages.
A very important say, Mekawi. It's also another reason I say we don't have an industry, because even your artists, there's also a segmentation. Because in the last 25 years, the artists that actually sold Ghanaianness, sold music as part of Ghanaian culture globally, were not the artists we were celebrating in Ghana. That is a problem.
Exactly.
I'm not shifting goalposts. I'm actually even giving it more perspective. So I will say a dream home. The exception to this rule recently, and that one cry is time that will tell, a black hole. Because people globally love black hole, and black hole is pretty popular in Ghana. In 2015, King Aisoba opined for Rolling Stones. Not a single media, not a single media entity in Ghana covered it. And if you don't think this is a problem, then I don't know what else is.
But I don't have no problem with that. Because also as an artist, don't you have a publicist?
I agree.
They don't.
But I also disagree. It's 50-50.
Why is it 50-50?
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Don't say that.
Chris Brown and B. No, I'm coming. No.
They have that challenge.
Let me finish. That's why I said I agree. That's why I said I agree.
Nigeria, boy, you're on Madonna,
Rema.
No, Rema.
CK.
No, the only Asake Ball Bandana, what's his name?
Fireboy.
I think Fireboy.
Fireboy
did what?
Fireboy had a collaboration with Madonna. Senye so mo come man sign TB na be ye tie be da ne ehunu.
No.
It is a who expect so be as no no tia sankra ba. Ah we presenter bi a wa bin a konya akra platform papa bi so betumi atena ye dede. Ah o tia asankra gwa e bi o tough power.
Andy.
Better than what is I used to be a Rolling Stones.
Andy.
Me me a crown. No many age too much, but Martino at a very
after the fact. That's why I said I agree with you, but I also disagree. It's 50-50. Yeah, I agree because the Nigerians, they don't
put it out.
In Ghana, there's a phrase I always use. Yeah, the vibes and inshallah and the ejuma. Vibes and inshallah. They try and understand the dynamics of the business. Yes.
PR.
So the fact that we don't prioritize PR and marketing is problematic.
Thank you.
But here's where I don't disagree. In that same vein, I'm speaking as a Ghanaian living in Ghana. Perhaps more than 80% of everything played on our radio is foreign content. You do not have the PR team of Jay-Z and Madonna.
But you pay them.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So that's my point. It's a balance of sorts. So I mean...
But your mommy should come and see me now. You try to mercy see her, but you make me free because you're bad. Baby, I'm coming in corner. We am in Nakakra. Na mami can comment see me. Adam Nukafo. Or say the Ghanaian entertainment industry doesn't have giant record labels like how Nigeria has it. Individuals back in the day who pumped their hard-earned money into musicians couldn't reap the benefits. Talk to people like Ajikot, Goodies, etc. It's supposed to be a chain from production firms to distribution outlets to promotional events, production companies. Trigmatic is not an A-list artist. The last time we dropped a hit check, can't remember.
What personal or true?
Adam,
Ghanaian Times.
No, but I say obi nye A-list because I drop a hit song. Does a hit song determine
who an A-list person
I want them pacho. Oh, they was in media, Mr. Pacho. Anyway, I can't. Sabi your chame come nominate Reggie Rockstone move for moon count because the guy the last time I will be tell Reggie Rockstone or drop a hit song.
Chame dropped not quite long ago.
Yeah, me Chan say. Yeah, Kwame. I mean, does he need a hit song to become an
No,
artist?
he is a late.
What's the mention as? Yeah. Kofi V says, "Good evening, Andy. I'm watching live from Nzimanya. I say, that's Angra Samo. The time where Akosia Japan exposed was the day I lost confidence in GHAMRO. In fact, GHAMRO should be dissolved." Solomon Kofi watches say, in fact, Kojo King is fantastic. Kizzy Dapti say, Kojo King nailed it. There's no businessman doing or investing one business. Jay-Z, Kanye West, Rihanna, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, or so many investment. That's so. Omo business from Trigmatic necessarily argument near baseless. How many business does despite Ibrahim Mama, Kwesichuma, Samuaja, and Kempon have? Numerous. Second, say the earliest artists are making money from music. It's unfortunate. Trigmatic didn't get some.
He had money in his time.
Hey. I didn't say I'm going forward to make it.
It's a statement, you know, a whole reaction on someone there. So much, you know.
Okay. Emmanuel, Yabua, someone say Kojo King nailed it. It's not about talking plenty. The rest are not responding to the question. Solomon Kofi Boaksandi, I really learned from Beat and King a lot and I like their submissions. David Nat says Sally cool down. Sally attitude on edge is too unsaid is also Casaboni. You guys should listen to Kojo King well. He's making a point. Baron Wright says Queen Sally is right. Ghanaians are scared of investment. And also Yacho. And then I'm see a bar. A year Susie Williams are watching Mukro. Mukro members of can be. That's it. Nema mea caught na radio station biakasa. Na mamina abrun samsu. Mamina ka to me ede ne bani wonu kura sabi ode ahye obi. Anaso ase obi nsa ewom. Afi mamina isu ode asem bi atodwa se ba. Ye behwe. Acho darling lemon alcoholic beverage. And I say asne. Hey, akwaba. Akwaba so go so. eba Showtime with Andy Dosty bache fasida emma Darling Lemon alcoholic beverage, Darling Lemon drink.
Person relax because we three near your bonnet. Forehead na.
Any anum ni adofonom. Ebufu nye. Inti mama ma kuma. Yeah. Yo, Pacho, rather my confused. No issue be a man person with discussing. But quickly, Pacho, you show we answer there. Yako Suzy William, Mammy asking so. Empress gift you best me now no. No buy on him bebon komono. Or see one there. On sign you be a Obamincha or Hits FM. Now gift you say, sorry, Empress gift. First in your friend gift you say. Empress gift you see one there. A beg year son or best signing artist be onto her level. Because say on what budget now artist no so about budget. A better time be no na fe. We be man a better soon we be saying we to the war. Pam no chano. One sign you will be a. Koyo, you say artist assign binum. You be.
Yeah.
The likes of D Black, sure. Sarkodie signing, Strongman, Aquabwa, Stone Boy signing, Kelvin Boy.
And V, the girl V. What's the winning hit maker no?
Yeah.
OV. Yeah, OV also.
Right. My crabium.
No annoy.
But at least my book a crap. A charming crime is signing Abochi. Signing on one of the brothers. Samini for Kofi Kinata. Kaki. Right. As I need Stone Boy crash.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, Empress or say or no.
Debbie.
I think say my enforce artists impose or more and signing other artists because say you do no ankasa no as an entity ni si ho no then name be brobetimi aye for the current situation no ebia we cover Ghanaian market no the other market is so exploit the other aspect of an artist na obi onya onumpo onya it is say oka so onsan fasika enko share other artists no it may be too much burden na ebia edema artists no and some of them umponente everyone said the education about an artist no onyanya sa nimde ni nyina wie for enough say for herself for himself and sampona wanya binti ase de afa other artists eti aya na mayam pushum too much say omonko sign artist ko omo ya ye obi ti say Don Jazzy omo ya artist omo so mutimi sign other artists no they realize in their career said this is what we would do maybe at a certain age in my career. So they started to learn about the other aspect. And yes, sir, or no artists in the see one they went into how to even manage other artists, how to promote and all of that. And they will say, omutimi signing artists they also become very successful. It is not say me artists, me what numbers online, me what influence. I can pick anybody and throw a certain light on them. That doesn't guarantee you say you have the capacity to also manage other artists. It is all case on Saya. I perfectly agree with her. Probably the obey to me I mentoring. Abia who said a young talent to be the no so nim de kakra and what me nyawo a jumanimuno na one na share. Because you share example of omo try bi wo hard na most of them no are not being successful. Kakra bi penalty me aye to that kwabo so okay be a Lens Entertainment Richie as an artist or also signing on other artists because I want to believe perfectly say Richie not a war ne mramu anase e wo ne vision mu say emre bi do and also e be sign other musicians enti aye perfect but omo e bi a due to a pressure from society because artists be one more ne area onyini ye no amanfo abone so bo saa e na de obeye yie no onwo obi a wo hya ase asumasi na bo awo na or the ho ahopepre na opeso ye bibi to be the place of na fe abedani bibi enya kra. So if they want to do, they should learn about it. As I say, ye open no say me pesa me ye na omo fa ho akwan na omo ye dance bia obeko iti many empress ya for whatever reason I'll find.
Kojo King akanyi na because he's I think she has every right to say that because a serious financial burden. What's the trying to say? You say we mentioned Don Jazzy.
Yeah.
Don Jazzy and you no running the empire. He's hired professionals almost skilled in marketing, in A&R, artists and repertoire, in accounting, in music business, law near the day. What you trying to say? And so a lot of the heavy lifting, no, and you don't know yet. Secondly, the company, no, is only 50% owned by him. The remaining 50% is owned by a venture capitalist company worth several hundreds of millions of dollars. What you trying to say? It's easy to run things. Kojo King, I believe in the mentorship part, especially because you need, said the same platform a couple of weeks ago. You need your friend Zempo. Artist development and even arts and cultural education in your curriculum, especially for music. And you hear the implications or the results of this one major issue. Because so what your artists be now, even a melodic, very, very limited. What and you compare it to music made in other parts of Africa, and you see that the fact say we don't have music education in your basic curriculum, no, a high end. What say? So it takes a lot to build an industry. It takes a lot to put into the life and career of an artist. And so I think for her to express, say she's not interested in doing that, I think she has every right to say what she said because it's a huge undertaking and it's not meant for everybody.
Right. Sally?
I totally disagree with her. Last time, a Stone Boy make similar, comment, and I said that if musicians are people now so to be wherever that you are, if you can make such a blanket statement, then the person your soul mono, then no, like Rebecca say, na dream so. When such conversations are being had, what I expect to be A-list artists like that to say, you never say never. They be right time I don't have the means and the ability to be a mephobia. Because me and Kasambe career and I don't know where me to media could do. That's why we keep pushing, say your system near structures needs to kabebem. Say beya artists or more any so opportunity way, so they bet me a be labels where they can bring or more almost so no feel say almost so ever to me boy Juma to said you must see boy Juma no. And here now I wouldn't want them, yes, I wouldn't want them to go like say, oh, media mean ye be that. Because the moment you start saying say wound or media mean ye way, then only per corner on the onyesika or the share woman. Then what? When Stone Boy said the same thing, I said, it's en Kasamini. And so I share, and or share said you sit here, and or her temperament, cast and one sign a what, and can you be Stone Boy? The same way I'm so catcher Empress Gift to say, I'm sure say, before no be Empress Gift now, it was a former husband, Amy so say, that was investing in, or so and I invested with one more Drew baby. Also who talent now one. So no soon ya say, oh, with the name family, and then my assem. Into me investing in it. And can you didn't be wherever that you are? It's me, I don't want artists to just make a statement and say, oh, like media mean. I mean, there's time and season. I want people to also say, oh, that's why you're active with music anymore. Tebia, when me tools go for more, and I say be on your couple of women, I mean, Jessica. That's all music. So maybe I met me a set up record label, met me a boa, but when it talks like say, media, or me, be that. La lie any idea. It makes it look like say, more music business now woman. Or say individuality idea na edosu too much. Ain't he say yes Jessica. si ye de be koye nim say ye hwehwe ska say ye de be ma ye family nko a na ye hwehwe ska na ye de aboa sa industry we dia me feel say artist bia enya idea say nko no so say de obi si so ne nsem eboa no ema odru baabi ono so obi nsa aboa na edru baabi a nko nipa kon so be ko baabi a mo no so aso mu tina. That's why I'm always praying for them to make money, because se wuni sika, these are some of the statements that you make. Very, short-sighted statement. Statement who say, I say selfishness womb, individualistic womb, and ye be a properly the industry, my industry, the economy. To me, Andy, if you ask me from another artist to another artist, that OP and I saw one sa. Edini sika eboa ma wudu level a wadru ne de. I wouldn't want them to sit and say oh me de me nya bi da. Oh Andy, Brandy, se nyankopɔ boa me na me nya bia. Se de bia mpese me yese ma wei. And I said that bi say me nko ana na me de me tools gu ho a me yese, but the moment I be make say no, me de me mpese me buo. Be na say on pakɔ na oboa wo no se be. No pese on kan che on pakɔ no say nyansa kwa ni ni mu say odi sika shemu. I wouldn't want artists to say that. Because Kojo King etina ha say yemma ye industry no enye lucrative enough say be ya enkrofo bebem. Look, this is something that Ono Empress Gifty she did for Erabna ya wonya nomination Ghana for workers and wa batete ni ade hinan. She practically made a Erabna song, a very popular song.
Which
but Erabra
this far.
Or adopt it because and out of that idea where your man a rabnan sutro ninum current song we are or promoting man what is it a hand go and hand come senka one boy rabna a rabna wouldn't have been able to get to a position where be for better than your nomination or VGM a controversy about her so same way na senka was one promote a rabna to mean gift or no more or no so as a person or choice. I wouldn't want people to say so me dear me way my way. However, usike so my who says sikasam na wo form. Enti when it gets to certain level, we betumi aboa enipa na anye se omo a omo boa wo no ma adwene wo ho.
And I'm not off no
Sally.
SM
For life. Hey, no. I take it back. I take it back.
I carry you never get to an idea.
For life, you will try hollow.
For life is for life.
Eddie. Yo, but me feel say I was say your makwan. Na ye grooming crofo and I say ye bie man crofo so nya akwanya no mususu well minyanka Sammy that's about your between
what's unyanka ye dey
oh see crofo sign he said what advice na the buy
they said they wo tena ho say no
right now
when shenkofo a wo working on them do you get what I'm saying a way of also giving back so be aka say me dey say ya me say ya
mentorship
e say go be anyone
sign
na me say usikasem wo fuma sa na akasa sika ne ba be kasa yi
me dey me kasa me sign you obi a
of course
so me dey akoma
still business
still am kola say
now kwa me say nipa tu bi kra da ogaba na apesa won sign no mjai sign the over sign
eniano enyehwe ge odi na chi ahụ eniano ye eni asori akọ ma me hwa mo comments mo final comments a mo dey aba no na afi
yenya Saturday no oh mo ntimi anka
Saturday
nye Shatter say
odidi matem
there be Shatter Shatter say no ye kese e che sa ahodi
me dem ntin ho asem
sa
obetumi aka sa asem
Saturday no was real
okay because Nick say keep up the fantastic job, boss. Bless up. Solomon Kofi Boasan, the Chale Kojo King is always fantastic. He's well endowed with information and very analytical. Also, whatever Sally is saying still ends on the point that you are not going to sign any artist, but she doesn't want them to be straight. And I don't think the artist has to explain herself. Say Ken, say Empress Gifty's career is even shaking. So saying she won't sign an artist is not shocking to me. Say Ken, you also come out here, wow. So this kind of statement is not helping the upcoming artists. If musicians are not ready to help their fellow, how much more investors we are always crying for? Yo, and then let me fancy Nkomo na yede. Meko.
Oh. Why ya man shut away the no.
But on the one same be enemy. The one same be enemy.
Oh, no one some about say.
We see the one same be enemy. Let me discuss serious people.
Oh, so Shatawale is so serious.
What I'm saying is, let me have a proper discussion. Don't bring this up.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. Any Adam? Sally, please.
I got it. So a big chair.
But you sorry, Pico. Can
we said na no twa sack pa and they do can be
Felisa.
Oh no, that's me media assembly no how can Shatawale say he's bigger than the first African that won't beat for the whole of Africa?
I mean, and I will born a basiti and this
Sally or Tian Monunim. Say, dear Papa,
of course.
I
don't do that. What is good.
Now, Casa bonus, I know you catch her. Say one Casa.
Obia or do be a quiet abortion. I'm going to my
hello, with us, with us.
Thanks for having me.
With the endamasi.
Because we was in the mirror down. Anyhow, no.
It was so one no was
and then about your honey, you may say fast my darling lemon drink, or Madame Roma, and you did ready a brew. But I was drinking spots, beer, shopping malls, supermarkets, nightclubs, maybe I could be party, maybe I requested for darling lemon drink. Now, we Philippa, but your Steve Man clothing, Steve Man for and a bomb at they may sure say. Mama from our friend be an Yamisha 0591.
Also, my friend.
So, to the more you be don't on them. Okay, them.
Can you say me come home?
On a black man.
Yami Adman next week.
Nice.
Steve Man clothing. Yami Adman next week.
Repeat encore.
Yes.
Steve Man.
Steve Man clothing. So next week one fat idea am Remy Biewa.
Yeah, map Kojokin Queen should be fan better.
Yeah, Kojokin a better kasa. Yeah, that can be artist so what had no crying your face. Massage saying. But as if he sorry, but I had that director say Sami Yamisha lights, camera, MCR,
action,
sound. Yeah, action. Yeah, come here. We had mother said that.
Bye bye.